Okay, let's go.
I be feeling like fuck cops, let them get the buckshot. Dollar bill, I'ma show you where the buck stop. Hit them with the kung pao, I be going nuts now. To get the rum rap, shorties gon' fuck now. Baby, I'm back again, ain't nobody iller. Beating on my chest like a fucking gorilla. Grew up on a Tribe Called Quest and Jay Dilla, but the Mac taught me how to swing donuts. For real, I'm just a product of...
Alright guys, hey, what's going on guys? Episode part 2 of the replacing the head episode of the hatch. Today's episode we're going to go ahead and start getting the head prep to go ahead and throw on the hatch. So we got some screws that we got to take off for where the water mount goes, that way the outlets could go in. So we're going to do that, and then we got the VTEC solenoid we got to put on, and then a couple other things that we got to go on. I got the copper spray. We're going to go ahead and paint the head gasket with the copper spray, and then we're going to go ahead and throw it on the hatch. Let's get it. All right, guys, so currently right now we're working to get this screw off. The way we did it, I just got 2 size 12 bolt, nuts, screwed it all the way in tight, and then now I'm using this to go ahead and unscrew that. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, guys, so there we got it. Remove those bolts. Now we can go ahead and put our Allen bolts for our water neck. We're going to go ahead and put our water here, and then also our cap, and then our VTEC solenoid. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, so I got the little accessories on. I got the VTEC solenoid on. She's ready to go ahead and get installed into the vehicle. After the heads on the vehicle, I'll go ahead and install the lost motion springs. We got to go ahead and swap out our cam gear off the cam. But first things first, I want to go ahead and get the head on and torqued down. So before we get any further, I'm going to go ahead and go to the engine bay real quick. Make sure that the head studs are hand tightened and ready for the head. Let's get it. All right, guys, we are here at the block. I got the surface of the block wiped down. What I'm checking right now are the head studs to make sure. You see how that's a little loose from when I broke it loose. You kind of just want to re-torque them down, hand tight, and that way whenever we throw the head, it's ready to get torqued down. But nonetheless, the block's ready, wiped down, ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and finish torquing these down. Wipe off the head studs just one more time. Wipe off the top one more time. I'm going to go ahead and put the motor at top dead center. And then we'll be good to go to throw this head on. Let's get it. All right, guys, so time to get the head gasket prepped. The head gaskets that I use for my K24 is going to be the Cosmetic. There's the part number. And I get the 40 millimeter, the 40 MLS head. But there you got it. That's the head gasket I always run on my cars. Now we got to get this prepped. I just got to get it hung up, and we got to get it sprayed back and forth with this copper spray. That way we can get a good seal. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys. So we have the head gasket hung up. Here's the copper spray. We're going to go ahead and paint this head gasket, and then let it dry for about 10-15 minutes, and then throw it on there. Alrighty, guys, I got the head gasket painted. We're going to let that dry for about 10-15 minutes. While we let that dry, we're going to come over here. We're going to come over here and put this motor top dead center here at the bottom. And as you guys can see, as a precautionary, we did do the copper O-rings on my motor. So we're good there, the little fire ring. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and put this motor on top dead center. That way when we put the head on, it's kind of a little bit easier. I don't have to really fight or guess or really mess with the arrow at the bottom. But I'm going to go ahead and try to record as best as I can. I can't find my Metaglass case box to charge my glasses. So might have to buy a new one to kind of get the POV views. But I'm going to go ahead and record the best as I can. All right, guys. So I got the motor TDC. If you can see the little arrow there with the top arrow. Motor's top TDC. So we're good to go. Alrighty, guys. So I got the motor top dead center. I got the head gasket drying. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get the side of this block prepped. And we're going to get all that the old silicone out of it. Very important, guys, that when you guys first take off this side cover, make sure you guys get a little rag, little piece of cardboard, cover up that oil pan, because any contaminants in that oil could be really bad. I do recommend always doing an oil change. I always do an oil change once I finish a job like this, that I could just have good oil in it. But nonetheless, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this all prepped up. I got to go look for my good brown pad that you guys know I like to use a lot to get those edges crispy. And then we got to also get the timing chain cover prepped as well. Once we get that done, the head gasket should be dried. We'll throw the head gasket on, throw the head on, get it torqued down, and let it sit for about 45 minutes till we give it another torque. And then wait another half an hour and give it its final check, just to give the bolt enough time to kind of stop the stretch. I'm no bolt technician, but based off the research that I've seen and heard and what experts have mentioned, is that's a good recommended thing to do whenever installing your head, torquing them down, so on and so forth. All right, guys, got the head gasket on. It's nice and dry. Went ahead and make sure it goes with this that says up, facing that way. Everything looks good. I went ahead and put this dowel pin. I'm gonna go grab the other one and then bring the head over here. Let's get it. All right, guys, there you got it. The head, I placed the head on it. Made sure I hit it with the rubber mallet. That way the dowel pins could really seat on there. She's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and install the hardware and then give this a torque down. Alrighty, guys, so I looked up the torque specs. These are gonna be 30, then 60, then 90. So we're gonna pull out our fancy dancy torque wrench. The Amazon special, guys. I promise. Real good. I ain't sponsored yet, but it's pretty good. So take this down to 30 foot-pounds of torque. All right, 30 foot-pounds. And here we go. That's 30. That's 30. Right. 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 Go ahead, put it on 30. right, guys. So that was 60. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and give it about 15 minutes. That way I could kind of give the bolt a little bit of cooling time for the stretch of the bolt. That way we could go ahead and do our final torque down, which is 90. Once we got that torque down at 90, we'll go ahead and let it rest for another half an hour. Check it one more time, make sure everything's at 90, and then we'll go ahead and throw the rocker assembly and then the cams. In the meantime, while we wait for this, let's go ahead and change out our cam gear on our cam. That way we can go ahead and put our cam gear that we pinned on it. Let's get it. All right, guys, here we are. We have our cam. Guys, very important, please put a glove on or a rag around this, because if you hold this barehanded, this shit will cut the fuck out of you. I ain't gonna lie to you. So here we go. There we go, zipped it off. Beautiful. Here's our old one. And then here is the one that we pinned yesterday. Oh. There we go. Sheesh. All right, guys. It took a little second, but we got it in there. Okay. All right, guys. It does say 50 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll go ahead and torque it down. But there you got it. We have our pin cam in our car. Let's get it. All right, guys. So it's been about 10 minutes since we did our 60 foot-pound torque test, and now we're gonna go for 90. Go ahead and turn this bad boy on. Usually, guys, you want to do it all in one motion. Guys, y'all know that shit sucks, guys. Whew. Here we go. All right. One more. Alrighty, so we're gonna give it half an hour before we even touch it again. Okay? So in the meantime, I'm gonna run to AutoZone and go get this ETC sensor that when I was screwing it in yesterday, that thing broke in it. But thank God, I literally grabbed the bit and it backed right out. So I'm gonna go grab that sensor. Thank God I got it under warranty. That thing's 30 bucks. But I'm gonna go grab it and throw it on now, because later on, that's gonna be a freaking headache to try to get that on with the turbo and all the extra stuff on it. But yeah, let's get going. All right, guys, so I got back. Got a brand new sensor for the head. Gonna go ahead and install it right here. Wow, that's it. Let's see here, 17. There we go. All right, guys. So there's that. So the head is about ready. We're gonna go ahead and do the last torque down. So it's been about 25 minutes. All right, y'all seen that? All right. All right, guys. You guys seen how important that last torque down is, guys? Because if I never double checked that, that would have got loosened up. All right, guys. Now with that being said, we can go ahead and put our torque wrench away. All right, guys. So the next step to this process is going to be putting on the cam holders, cam caps, whatever you guys want to call them. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Everything is tightened down and seated at the bottom for these bottom cam caps. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take top caps back off. That way we can go ahead and throw our cams. Let's get it. All right, guys. So next step is to go ahead and throw some of this assembly lube on. That way we could go ahead and throw our cams. Oh, okay, here we go. Apply generously, guys. You don't want your motor to start up dry, rubbing metal on metal, you know. So you roll these down, lube it up. All right. Kind of want to get it almost to where it's at. All right, and then now we're gonna throw the cam caps back on. But before we throw these, get some lube and lube the top of your cam. Alrighty, there you go. Go ahead and drive those down and then torque them down to spec. Alrighty, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and torque down these cam caps to 16 foot-pounds. Alright, guys, so I have a cool little tool here I'm gonna show y'all. This is how you put your cams on timing. This is simple, cool method. You guys could go on eBay, find these pins. You could put up a K24, K20 cam timing pins, and they'll pop up. So that way there's no guessing when it comes to timing, guys. So first things first, you want to go ahead and see if you can find your hole. There is the hole for it. I'll go ahead and show you guys where I'm sticking these at. If you guys never put a K-series in timing, guys, today's the day you guys learn. So see that hole right here? Right here? I'm gonna stick this pin in there, but I have to rotate that hole because there's another hole on this cam cap that when it meets, you can stick the pin and it'll lock the timing. So, what to do, holding the camera at the same time, so bear with me. We'll find the cam. All right, it's gonna be the other way. See here. All right, boom. So it's in there. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and the other cam. 14. Okay. And the hole's there. Grab your other end here. Okay. I'm gonna find. Oh. I'm gonna find where they meet. Come on. There we go. Boom. So it locks the cam. Show you guys. You guys see pin number 1, pin number 2. They're locking the cams in place. Now if we come over here, you can see timing. Let me see if I can get that a little bit better view. Timing is on. Then we have our points up. So earlier, you guys see me put the motor in top dead center. And then now I done locked the cams in the timing position. Now we could go ahead and throw our timing chain on with our tensioner, and we're ready to go. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta clean up the rim of the oil pan and grab silicone, and then go ahead and put that timing chain on. Other than that, let's get it. All right, guys, so the motor's in timing. Next thing we gotta do is go ahead and silicone the bottom of that oil pan, silicone the timing chain cover, and then also reinstall my crank trigger. So with that being said, let's do that next. Alrighty, guys, I didn't record the process because, you know, it's a little bit pain in the ass, but I did go ahead and install the timing cover, put the mount, put the VTC sensor down here. We're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my dampener, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my crank sensor. That's the last two things I need to do down here, and then I'll be done. Put the belt on for the alternator. I'm gonna go ahead and put that mount on, and then we should be good to go. This was a pretty quick process. Hope you guys enjoy it so far. If you guys have been watching it to this point, guys, I really do appreciate the screen time. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and knock this out. Alrighty, guys, so there you got it. We got the alternator belt on, got the rim back on, we tightened up the pulley, we got the mount back on. So everything that we got to do at the bottom is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up, take that mat out, and then put the car back on the ground. After that, well, we just have the little things, right? We got the hot side stuff that we need to go ahead and do. I need to go ahead and fix this because for some reason these clamps, swear to God, they're like one-time use only, right? They get so hot and then you can't use these again because this bolt snaps. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and figure this out. But I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing the manifold and all that stuff on now. Let's get it. Well, guys, I fucked up bad. As y'all can see, I got to this point where everything is completely fucking done. I go back to my table to go look for something, and look what I completely forgot to install. The fucking lost motion fucking springs. All the way underneath the fucking rocker. So I have to completely undo absolutely everything I just did. Fuck my life. Somebody want to come by this, let me know. Alright, guys, this is where I'm at right now. I still have the cams in timing. I have them locked on both sides. I was able to put these three. I'm about to go ahead and fight with this one now. I'm going to put the last two from the back and hope to God that this little cheat did something for me. Let's just hope. Let's get it. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Okay. All right, guys. So, I know that's sketchy, but hear me out. The cams are still camming. The cams are still in time. The timing chain ain't moved. Theoretically, I should be able to move these lifters up, put it back down, torque it back down, and we should be money. Let's do this. Come on. All right, guys. Alarm is over. I was able to get the lost motion springs up in there. The car did stay in timing the whole time, so we are good. Guys, if you guys done this type of job where you guys silicone the timing cover in and y'all do X, Y, and Z, to undo all that ain't no hoe. I was happy I was able to do that. I think I'm coming to a stopping point for today. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the turbo on. Then I could go ahead and put the water neck on, and kind of get that done. But other than that, guys, appreciate y'all for watching, and let's keep knocking this out. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, there y'all got it. Finished up about 85% of it. I got the hot side all hooked up. I just got to fix that V-band that I could hook that up. That charge pipe's connected. Everything down here is connected. The wheels are on. The only thing left to do is to throw the harness on, which that doesn't take that long. And then the intake manifold. So I'm alrighty, guys. So here we are. We're gonna go ahead and throw the intake manifold on. That way we can go ahead and get this buttoned up, and then that exhaust, I gotta go ahead and see what I could do to fix that V-band. Alrighty, guys, there you got it. We got the intake manifold on. I just gotta find 2 size 12s for the tops, but it's on now. The part that I've been dreading, that V-band. Oh man, I mean, it looks easy, but I don't know why it gives me so many issues. You gotta grab some soapy water. That could be a little bit easier for me, but we'll go ahead and get that on. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, so we're done. I got the battery charging right now. I'm currently doing the valve lash for it's going to be 0.08 for the intake and 0.09 for the exhaust. Once we get that on, we'll go ahead and pop the valve cover on and get it started. Let's get it. All right, guys, so here we got it. Let's go try this out. Choppy right now. Well, let's go see if we got any leaks. Let's get it. There you guys got it, guys. We finished it up. We started it up. I had to go ahead and wash that bay because I had oil everywhere and it was smoking everywhere. Now for our next thing, the V-band for that, like I said, broke, so I got a little idea for it. So we're gonna see if we make it happen. But nonetheless, go ahead, Bobby. Hey, start it up. Start it up. Show them you can start it. Come on. Alright, guys, so this is gonna be one of the last couple things that I gotta do. This is a brand new V-band clamp that I got from Chivos Turbo. I don't know what they got going on, but I guess a couple heat cycles go by and you can't reuse this. Because when I went to go take it off, it snapped, and my last one snapped the same way. But I do got an idea for it. Let's get it. Alright, guys, so here's the idea, right? So this is what's broken. This is welded here, so I don't want to cut that, right? So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, this die grinder. And I had one of these at home, but it was too big. But this is what I'm going with. Something like that, right? So what I'm thinking is, if I could cut that out, grab this, okay? And then I'll slide it in here, all right? And then that would be the new replacement. And then I could get a double-sided screw and, you know, use it. So it'll be like, I'll cut this here. That will slide right in here, okay? And then that double-sided screw will screw in, and then the other side will come out through here. I'm not sure, maybe I came up with something, but we'll see if it works. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we're back from Lowe's. Guys, we're going to see if my little under $5 invention fixes this. Here's the little part numbers that, if this works, you guys will need. Go ahead, screenshot that. Y'all can order them. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the grinder, the cut wheel, and we're going to cut here and get this screw out and see if it fits. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead, cut that out. Y'all can see. Look at that. Now, we'll see if this little invention works. Let's get it. Alright guys, so it went right in. Go ahead and grab this one. Stick it here. Alright. We should have a new clamp. Look at that guys, $5. $5, let's get it. Guys, if you guys have these clamps and they're broken, I have another one, I know it's somewhere around here. My original one that's broken, look at that. $5, Home Depot. Y'all got the part numbers. Don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. Let's get it. Alright guys, there y'all got it. Hey, look. $5 fix, guys. $5 fix. Don't throw them away. And the good thing is, check this out. Let's say if this thing does snap again because of the heat cycle. Look. This stays in here. That's it. You remove it. You stick, you know what I'm saying? You screw in your new one. You got your nut. It hits right there at the end as a stopper. See what I'm saying? Guys, there's no need to keep buying these. Look. I sat down, I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm going to spend $30 because this stuff broke. Check that out. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, there you got it. There's the bolt. She's nice and tight. It's chilling. Go ahead and start her up. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We finished her up. Next step is going to be tuning. Just as long as we don't have no other issues, we cross our fingers. I do got to go ahead and tighten up this mount before I forget. But other than that, guys, she's good to go. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this this series that we changed the head on it. If you guys didn't learn anything or two, now y'all did. But let's get it.